01, 39.94, and 85. Resistance on the upside at 32, 40, 40, 55, 64, and 74. Pivot 24, resistance 32, 40, 55, 64, 74, support below at 18, 11, 01, 39.94, and 85. The market reacting to better than expected drop in PPI here this morning. Obviously, the bond market reacting a little bit more to the news than the S&Ps. But nonetheless, a little positive as far as expectations versus reality, versus what came out. And we'll see what where the market takes us. Welcome some of the new folks that are here. We are trading mini S&Ps, looking for opportunities to scalp the market based on the levels we just gave out, in addition to any price action opportunities that might occur once the market paints some bars. Nice yield curve play here. Bond market up 2 points there in the 30-year, and 1 over a point in the 10. So they are definitely tightening up that yield curve a little bit. Mike, can you hear us okay? Let's see. All right. All right, we are chopping around here. Did bounce off of the blue band area there if you were a little bit aggressive. Let's see what other numbers are out this morning. The market is chopping around here a little bit. Again, be a little bit mindful here. We got coming down here to the 18 area. Again, a little bit volatile, so take that into consideration if you are trading. A little volatility here added this morning too because of the release of these numbers. So the market's reacting to it, coming down here to our 18 area and getting a nice little bounce here off of that area. Again, we are scaling in and around our levels. So now we get down to 18 and a half there. Again, we are scaling in and around our area there, and this is still on that same bar. So we are definitely, hopefully you were able to get in there or somewhere around there if you got 18, 19, or if you got 18 and a half, maybe, depending on how you're scaling in against our 18 area. And you're getting a nice little rotation here against it. So if you have 18 and we close this bar here, I wouldn't be taking 18 next time down. Obviously, we want to make sure we get that opportunity first time to it, and then depending on price action, if we test it again or not is another story. All right, we did have PPI number came out this morning as we tested the 18 area and had a nice little rotation off against it. So if you wanted, hopefully you were in and around that area there and took advantage of that little rotation. Let me see here what else we got. We have a few of things that came out already, and obviously the PPI number was the most important one. I'm looking to see what the exact numbers were to give you. on the PPI number, since that is one of the more important numbers that we look at, the market's been looking at lately. So the PPI number that came out, they were expecting minus 0.1 on the headline. They came out at minus 0.5. The year to year, they were expecting 6.8, comes out at 6.2. So definitely liking and those numbers as far as downturn, kind of doing what the Fed wanted it, expects it to do. So in that sense, they're doing okay. And then also retail sales came out, which retail sales, let's see, went down 1.1%. So again, combination of all of those is definitely leading to a kind of tightening a little bit of the yield curve. Let's see, the 30-year is down probably about close to 3.5%, while the 2-year is at 4.1. So we went from 3.5% for 60 basis points there. We were at 85 or 84 basis points as an inversion of the yield curve. So we are tightening that little opportunity there. And the 2s to the 10s, they're at 70 basis points right now, roughly. So they're still kind of wide a little bit, but still kind of staying within. They're kind of trying to invert here, well, kind of tighten up a little bit. We'll see how that works again. So now we did drift down to the 18 area there and then popped it right back up. Very, very, very choppy, but our 18 level, if you did trade around it, or if you traded below it and got filled underneath at 17.5, then you're doing fine. Again, it was a little riskier to take it once we got down there, but hopefully you were able to take advantage of that opportunity when it presented itself. So retail sales came out. There is Fed speak at right now. Bullard is speaking right now, so that could add to some volatility. We also have a couple 9 o'clock numbers coming out here at the top of the hour. We've got business inventories coming out, as well as the National Association of Home Builders Housing Index. So that could add some more volatility to the market. And then at 1 o'clock, Beige Book is coming out, culmination of all the Fed banks and what they predict the regions are going to do or not do. So those are all coming out. Well, we have to deal with the 9 o'clock number, then the Beige Book later on this afternoon, 1 o'clock, but hopefully we won't be around for that one. But it is going to come out. If you're going to be trading later on this afternoon, you should at least be, thinking about it. All right. So we did dip down, continue to rotate to the downside here. And next support level we have is down at the 11 area. Nice rotation there against our 18 area, whether you did it the first time at 19 or the second time, even if you got down to, even if you kept the 18 there. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We don't mind questions. All right. All right, we continue to have a little bit of pressure on the market. Again, very good news as far as inflation is concerned. We'll see. The bond market really likes the news, as you can tell. Up over 2 points there in the 30-year, up over 1 point there in the 10s. Again, those are big moves there for the bond markets. We are basically trading in the range we've been trading at here for most of the night. You can see the dominating bar there after the number came out, so we have to kind of trade around that little area there, get out of that little range. Now we do have a number or a couple numbers coming out here at the top of the hour, so we'll deal with that. Got we said business inventories and Nest Association home builders number. So we'll see what comes out from there. And now we're coming back up here to our pivot area, so we're kind of flat. And we'll wait to see when these numbers come out here at 9 o'clock at the top of the hour. See if they give us another reason, or maybe they're waiting for the numbers to come out before they decide what they want to do. So again, good numbers, inflation numbers, kind of maybe the market was hinting at that, since we've had a nice little rally here over the last 2 weeks or so. But the bond market also finally reacting to it as well. All right, we are hovering around our pivot, trading on both sides of it. So nothing much here to look at. We did go to try to test our downside support, had a nice rotation off of it. Now we're just kind of hovering up here. I think if we get above 30, we might have a little bit of a run up to that 32 area. It seems like it got up to that 29 and change, kind of held it a couple times. So if we get above 30, you might have a little bit of a run a bit higher. We shall see, but it's trading right back here at our pivot, so kind of very neutral, at least for the time being. We'll see when these numbers are released, see if the market will decide to extend here one way or the other. All right, we're just kind of right here at our pivot area, so we're not really got anything going on. We're kind of very quiet. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. All right, again, we are range bound here, so let's be patient. Looking on the downside, we got support around 11. Upside, I'd say to 32, we've got a little buying opportunity there, about 30. All right, we're going to have a couple numbers here at the top of the hour, see if that takes us out of this little range that the market created for itself. Again, we did test our support level there on the downside and came off of it very nicely. And now we're just kind of back here at our pivot, kind of going nowhere fast. Can we repeat the levels again? What numbers are coming out this morning? We've got if business inventories as well as National Association of Home Builders market housing index. And then at 1 o'clock, the beige book's coming out if you're going to be trading that late. Right. We're back up here to this 29 area. It just doesn't want to punch through. But if it does get above 30, I think we have a little bit of a rotation to the upside. We do have a couple numbers to be released, so we'll see what they bring to the trade or not. All right, again, just back here at our pivot, very neutral. And patience is important. We have to wait for opportunities to present themselves before we can trade, obviously. Patience is a very important aspect of trading. We do have a couple numbers coming out 9 o'clock. Maybe the market is just waiting for those numbers before they decide to make a move one way or the other. But we're right here at our pivot, so very, very neutral for the time being. All right, now the number is going to be released here in about a minute or so. We'll see what that creates. We're just kind of coming back up here to the highs. A little bit of a buy here above the 30 area. If we do move that way, looking for the 32 as the first target, and then obviously, I don't know if we keep going or not, but if we do, we have some other levels above that we can take profits against if we do push higher. So we'll see these numbers, see what they do. They're coming out here momentarily. National Association of Home Builders, probably a more important one than the business inventories, but you never know. We have had already a couple numbers. So we had the PPI number as well as the retail sales number. A little bit bullish, as you can see here, by the bond market, up to more than 2 points. And there are the numbers now. Again, I had a little bit of a buy there above the 29, coming right up here to 32, popping right up to 32 and coming off of it. basically testing that spike. So again, if you obviously need to have your orders in place there to take advantage of that, if you are trading it at all. So nice little rotation there. If you did sell the 32 area, or if you put a little buy there above the 30 to get up to 32, one way or the other. Those are all kind of in the market waiting for us to trade around. And I was close to the number, so obviously you had to be a little bit careful. Maybe trade it a little bit smaller. But the opportunity was there, one way or the other. 1,000 lot there at 30. Let's see if it stays there or not. Remember, markets like to go to the orders. It's always been a saying. So the market's not scared. Somebody wants to take that 1,000 lot out. Seen it a lot of times where there's a big order in there, and he's staying, at least for the time being. Yep, he got taken out. You never know who's going to be right. Is the person who bought him going to be right, or is the person who sold him going to be right? Just never know. Maybe the person who bought him got out of shorts. Maybe the person that sold him getting out of longs. Who knows, right? But they did take it out. All right. Kind of holding here to their gains here a little bit. All right, market again, slew of numbers. Seems like a lot of them seem to be all positive. Bond market, again, bond market is up over 2 points. Tens are over a point. So those are big moves there for the bond market. So they're just kind of hanging here on the highs. All right. So 32 worked very nicely. Next level of resistance we have is up at the 40 area. All right, we're just kind of slowly drifting back down after retesting that 32 area there, and retesting that spike from this morning, and then coming back down here. Next level of resistance on the upside we have is up at the 40, a little support there around the pivot area. And if we get below 20, you don't want to be long.